All right, hello, welcome everyone. So let's just do another check here. And so the purpose of this video here is I'm going to do some TA. We're going to talk about Dogecoin or whatever's going on in the market. So I just kind of wanted to touch base with you guys. And I explained the Dogecoin at 16 and 17 cents in the video I made literally like a couple hours ago. So I don't know if you guys had the opportunity to see that, but um, I won't say it's like manipulation because it's a part of the market and it happens in stocks as well. But it's not necessarily, I wouldn't say it's a bad sign. So I believe we're in pretty good shape, to be honest with you. But the purpose of this video, so we'll do some TA. You guys can ask some questions and I'll do my best to answer them. So we'll do this for about 30 minutes, an hour or so, kind of see how the night goes. So just fire away. I just didn't want this to be a part of the other video. I wanted to make the other video as short as possible. And I know sometimes these lives can go a little long. Let's see. Will Doge go back up? Yeah, I'm not worried about these prices for Dogecoin. At the same time, you have to look at why Doge increased. Like, why did it have its rally from 14, 15 cents to about 22 cents? And for the most part, that was because of the tweet and the energy surrounded by that the Tesla announcement. So when you have an announcement, it's no different than it's just like news, right? It's the most effective when it's fresh. So, but it's not a sustainable um, momentum factor. It's not like it didn't necessarily change anything in that moment. It was just more so people rushing in either to make a quick profit or just increasing their positions or so. But it's not something that is going to give longevity and success. So, and that's one of the reasons why I say we need to push for utility. We have a bunch of catalysts coming out this year, and we're going to get spikes on each of them, I believe. But our longevity, our success is going to be in utility. We know that, and that's what we need to focus on. And just look at these announcements and these press runs and stuff like that are as an extra bonus. So I think we'll be better shape if we look at it from that perspective. Hit the like button, y'all. Yes, absolutely. Please hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to. It's free, and we do this here. I'll do this like every day. So if you want more TA from me with no fluff, please do so. Let's see here. Look at the comments. I've been patiently waiting since 0.02 at $500. Just throwing my line out. Been pretty good investment, but I think it can go higher from where it is at 17. I agree. I think we're going to see higher numbers, and I think we're in great shape to do that. I think we are doing a great job this year as far as for the catalyst, and even just pretty much less than a year into the actual movement, just the amount of progress we've made to put Dogecoin front and center in a lot of these areas is really astounding. I think that if we would have, the people that were buying Dogecoin in January of last year, myself included, like if we had like the foresight to kind of see this, we would have put a lot more money in, a lot more money. So I think that in the grand scheme of things, it didn't happen as quickly as a lot of people have wanted to, but in terms of progress, you really can't be upset about Dogecoin. Dogecoin's come a long way, and to be having partnerships directly with Tesla and the largest movie chain in the world, and to have a satellite and stuff like that, you really can't be upset with everything that took place this year. So I think we have a lot of catalysts here that's going to push it higher than that 17 cents mark. Yeah, I believe so. I believe that's going to be a huge catalyst. Will Doge go back up after the Doge one is launched to space? Yeah, I think it's going to be a huge catalyst. I don't know. There's not too many things you can do to get bigger press than that, especially being the first crypto. Like that's literally what I call a press run. That is literally how you can attract new investments and again add that credibility there. So I think that we can expect a spike around that time, probably even leading up to the actual launch. I think you can probably expect people to take positions Why did Doge lose 65% of its volume in the last 24 hours? The volume going into Doge is mostly surrounded, even the price point was surrounded around that Tesla um, announcement. You can consider this like training almost, because we're going to see this several times this year with each of these announcements that come out. So you're going to see a huge spike in volume. You're going to see the price go up, and then after the announcement, depending on the people's numbers that they wanted to hit or stuff like that, they're going to sell off, and then you're going to see a consolidation. And you're going to get like the actual evaluation. But I said this probably like a month or so ago, toward the end of last year, and I was saying that Elon can't change the trajectory of the crypto market. He can cause spikes. He can cause like FOMO or whatever the case may be, on the positive or the negative side. But what he can't do is tweak and turn a bear market into a bull one. Like, so we can have these spikes in the meantime, but it's not going to send Doge against the grain and Bitcoin is stagnant or trending downward and the entire market is stagnant or trending downward. And then Doge is going to shoot to, over $1 or something like that. That will take an incredible amount of money, more money than retail has. The spike that we saw was the retail reacting. We don't typically get those massive bull runs like the ones people want from last year without institutional involvement. And that's going to come when the market takes a turn. So unless the retail sector, like if we're saying we're going to get Doge to $1, unless the retailers or the common man that's invested in Dogecoin, unless we got an extra $135 billion lying around, we're going to have to position ourselves and wait for the market to turn around so that we can be in the front of that. These spikes and these announcements are going to be great, but if we're going to capitalize and be in the front of that wave, we're just going to have to position ourselves. Where are we going to see it go tonight? Excellent question. So we are roughly at around like 17 now. What I'm looking to see is whether or not we're going to get some resistance here between 17 and around this 1497 mark. Because again, when we have these big spikes, we are typically off to the races, but we have seen an increase in shorts. So the shorts don't want us. I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but historically, when we cross our 200-day moving average or get around this 24 cents mark, we run and we test the 33, 34 cents line, right? And we've gotten rejected twice off of it, but typically when we hit these numbers, that's where we run. So if you look at, let me see, short. I should have saved it. Let's see. Get the ticker. Oh wait, yeah. I forget the ticker. Crap. I had it in the last video too. I should have saved it. But I'm going to go to a different screen here. I need to figure out the ticker symbol for the short. Doge USD shorts. Okay. You'll see a spike here. Let's see. There we go. All right. So you see we're getting like these spikes pretty much around where we are now. So when they're pretty much having these spikes here. It looks like they're trying to get downward pressure to get it going the other way. Now, it's nothing compared to like these big buildups here. They have lost money as far as for like in the past like week or so to try and get downward pressure. But we're seeing some green coming here now. And I'm very curious to see if we're going to get any more big spikes to get Dogecoin, to create that negative pressure to get Dogecoin down. So I'll be tracking this over the next couple of days to see if they're trying to get Doge back down to around the 15. But when I start seeing these increases in spikes as Dogecoin's price is rising, that lets me know that the shorts are being more aggressive and they are trying to get Dogecoin down. Because you have to remember, a lot of people hate Dogecoin, and like when we have these rallies and stuff like that, or like the fact that Elon actually did come out and accept Tesla, like that's pissing a lot of people off. A lot of people do not want Dogecoin anywhere near the success level that people are hoping for. So, you can expect that as these catalysts come out, you can expect those shorts to get even more aggressive. But I think that as far as where we're going to see it tonight, it's hard to say, but I think that we're not going to, because we're around 17 cents. It's difficult to get it below the 16, 15 cents mark. So I don't see that. I don't think we have like a catalyst to drop it down to anything crazy. So worst case scenario, we'll just hold the line there. But I just want to let you guys know that it's not simply just retail selling that killed the momentum, not to kill the momentum, but made Dogecoin retreat back off of those that 20-cent mark. Absolutely, Doge will rise again. It sure will. I have not yet. I have not yet. It's on my to-do list, though. I actually have it over there on my notes. It's on my to-do list. I haven't done it so yet. Is it worth it to buy it now and then sell it when Doge One launched to space and all over the news? I mean, I can't tell you necessarily how to play the coin. A lot of people are going to do that. A lot of people, when Elon made that tweet, they're going to buy in and create some of those spikes. And if it doesn't do what they want, or if they're up 10, 15, 20%, they're going to sell. Like, so Doge One is going to be a huge catalyst. I think that when it starts getting reported and circulating around the media that, okay, Doge is launching next week or something like that, you're going to see a lot of people take positions. They're going to be like, okay, let me get into this because I'm expecting a spike, or this can be something that causes a huge rally. So they're going to position themselves to capitalize off of it. But as far as for how you play it, I can't tell you how to do that. That's going to be a personal decision. But I will say a lot of people are probably going to do that. What keep causing the dip in Dogecoin? Just explain. I hope you saw the shorts thing I just went over. But again, not Doge, Elon tweets and stuff like that aren't going to change the trajectory of the market. The fact of the matter is we're borderlining like a bear market and going into to the more aggressive side of the consolidation. And the fact of the matter is, an Elon tweet isn't going to change the direction of the market. So I don't think that went unnoticed that Tesla sold out its merch. We demonstrate our ability and willingness to back the coin. Other companies are watching. Absolutely. This is going to be the catalyst that's going to get Doge accepted on a large basis. What will it take for Doge to go up organically and naturally instead of relying on purely news? Utility and us using the coin and pretty much draining the actual available coins that's on the market. So yeah, that's where utility comes into. But we, of course, this is a part of it when we start showing the support of the community and how we get other companies on board. So the next step for us as a community is going to be to knock AMC out of the park. That's literally step 2, and arguably even more important than us selling out Tesla merch. That'll be our true catalyst to say, okay, we have look at Dogecoin's strength when it's not attached to Elon. So we have to make sure AMC is a home run. Let's see. So we need catalysts for Doge to rise. It's not like the top 3 cryptos. They naturally go up because they are most easily recognized. Meanwhile, the rest of the top 15, they need to see catalysts. Yeah, and most of them have either slow inflation, really low inflation rates, or scarcity value as well. That always helps. But that top 3, they get the largest injection of that institutional money as well. So, Bitcoin literally leads the market. So, but yeah, typically catalysts do play a big part on the lower end ones because they're not going to get heavily funded like the top three are. Any news with the Fed coming? Not yet. From what I understand, they're still planning on cutting off the injections around March or April. Because we have the numbers came out for inflation. December was 7% year over year. And I know they're really looking to get inflation under control. So I don't, whether or not they'll raise interest 4 times this year or anything that's going on with the actual lending process, that's to be determined. But I do know, I'm almost certain that they're going to follow through with not injecting cash into the markets. So we're going to have our chance here to kind of see how the market responds to that as we get closer. But from what I've heard, at least I haven't heard anything today or since Friday that anything has changed dramatically. I just know that inflation is still out of control and they're looking for ways to get it under control. Doge wants to launch in October. Do you see any catalysts happening before then? AMC is going to be our biggest thing. We'll probably get some other businesses on, hopefully some bigger ones that are more notable. But AMC is our biggest catalyst to make sure that we hit a home run with that to attract other businesses. So, and I think GameStop is on board too. But if we're going to target some bigger chains, which is what I think we should go after, we should go after a different different change, something that's accessible to most people, like around the country and stuff. I think that we will do very well as far as spreading Dogecoin and making it the obvious choice when it comes to crypto payment. I think that's really pretty much what we're doing now is we are building the credibility and scaling the actual coin to be the obvious choice. So I think we're doing a great job with that. We just have to make sure that AMC has that same energy that we have with Tesla, because if for biggest institutions, especially now, if they're watching, they're saying that, okay, well, what does it do without Elon? Because you can say, look, Elon has been talking about this coin and, they've made him like the face of the coin, etc. And he accepted it for Tesla. Look how well it did. And they're like, yeah, of course, it's Elon. But how does that work when it's not Elon's company? And so that's what we have to kind of prove now, is that this is the Dogecoin community and this works for people who accept Dogecoin. We have that, we think that Dogecoin is the crypto payment of choice. So that's why AMC is really important, because it's not Elon's company. So, I believe that that's going to be an objection if the coin needs to have success when it's not attached directly to Elon. So that's what we need to do here. So that's the biggest catalyst that I see before the launch. We have to make sure it's successful. What's your prediction for Dogecoin's maximum value? That's hard to say because I have to find the chart, but I do know that Doge's inflation will be lower than the dollars in a few years. And depending on the speed at which we gain these institutions that we're able to use the coin, and the speed at which we spend it, that'll kind of determine, because obviously we are increasing in supply, so it's really hard to say what's the maximum value. But I know now it's more than 10x from where it is now, that's for sure. Where's Mohammed tonight? You're so funny. Let's see. What do you think about Dogecoin and Metaverse integration? They mentioned purchasing NFTs with the Metaverse. If Dogecoin gets an Ethereum bridge, it could be a massive utility. Yeah, that's one of the, thank you, I forgot about the Ethereum bridge. That is a really big arena for Dogecoin, is for if NFTs have the ability to be interchangeable with Dogecoin, That's a really big area. I think the NFT world in general is going to expand. So that Ethereum bridge is another big catalyst for utility. You are absolutely correct. I can forgot to mention that. So yeah, that'll be something that I would like to see unfold this year as well. A lot of people keep saying Doge went in October. It's not. I know why. Some people made a video, and on YouTube, very few people, very few YouTubers actually do due diligence and stuff like that. So typically, if one person makes a video, everybody will start making that same video. So I know why they're saying that, but I have to actually look for myself. But from what I heard, I haven't. The last time I actually read, as far as some people speaking about it, it was supposed to be sometime in March. But I do know that it's popular to say that it's in October 1st or something like October 1st or 3rd or something like that at 4:24. That's what I've been seeing, but at least in the video. But I haven't confirmed that on anyone's website. So I guess we'll see. But I guess I'll find out for myself or see if there's any concrete evidence that I can post about it. But as far as for what I've seen with my eyes, I haven't seen any confirmation of this. Oh, the claim has been debunked by the Doge dev team. Oh, even better, because this is what happens when you, like I said, no one does actually due diligence. So we have a bunch of people. I'm sure they probably deleted the videos they put up now, but yeah, it happens. So thank you for putting that up, Jeff. Thanks for the information again, David. I've been buying Doge anywhere from 33 down to 16. I'm not selling for the first year. That will be about July, but it's a 5-year plan. Thoughts? Yeah, I mean, longevity, you can always pivot in the middle, but longevity, when you invest with that mindset, it helps you tune out a lot of the noise in the short term, especially with the new development as far as with Doge coming into its own and competing for market space in the crypto market. That is the right plan to have, to set something aside and say, okay, I don't necessarily need this for 5 years. You can always pivot. It's easier to pivot a 5-year down to a 2-year or a 1-year, but it's a lot more difficult to turn a 1-year or a 6-month plan into a 5-year. So you definitely have the right plan, the right attitude and the plan to be successful, even just investing in general. But I think that, well, I really believe that with everything that's going on, we're going to see Dogecoin in a completely different space, and it'll be sooner than 5 years. Let's see. Huge sell-off when the rocket leaves the ground. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, my only thing is, like, when that rocket leaves the ground, I'm just gonna pray nothing needs to go wrong. I've thought about that last year. I was like, that needs to be a flawless mission. Like, nothing needs to go wrong with that. We should intentionally set aside. I agree. See, when Elon tweeted, we're going to put a physical Dogecoin and a physical moon, that's going to happen March 30th. Yeah, that's what I heard, something in March. But again, I'll have to kind of figure out those actual dates. Rocket geeks like me would not buy, not sell. There we go. I appreciate you. How are you doing today, David? I am doing well. How are you? I am doing well. Where's Muhammad? Oh my God. You guys are not going to let Muhammad live this down. See, the people on the chat that weren't on here last night, they're not going to know what they're going to be wondering what's going on. Poor Muhammad, man. Hey, Muhammad, if you're on here, hey, feel free to comment. We know you were joking, so I believe you. Let's see, the moon lander is part of the Nova C project on March 30th, and SpaceX is providing the ride to the moon. It's also posted on Intuitive Machines Twitter page. Okay, there we go. Now, I remember reading some articles for March, but good deal, Jeff, because I just remember, I know for a fact I saw something on March. I haven't seen anything concrete for October, though. Do you think Walmart or Amazon will eventually accept Doge? Yeah, I mean, that's up to us. But, as far as how much pressure we put on them, because I doubt that they'll because I know that the SEC and stuff like that are going to get into the actual market. So I doubt that, at least now, it seems unlikely that they'll create their own coin. But if we continue growing and expanding the way we are, I'll certainly say that we can bring about that change. Probably Walmart before Amazon, because I know him and Amazon and not Amazon, Jeff and Elon kind of have like this thing. But if we do our part here, because I think most of them are going to be like, oh, Bitcoin and stuff like that. But once the clear choice is made, which I believe we will be we'll be pretty much set to get them to accept Dogecoin. So I think that really starts with us blowing projections and stuff out of the water with companies that aren't attached to Elon. So that's why I double down on we need to make sure AMC is successful. Dunkin' and Starbucks, that could be another great because I know I said earlier we need to go after a chain. That could be another great move. That can be another great move to go after them to make sure to accept Dogecoin's payment. That can be a genius move for us. Let's see, there may be another catalyst mixed with the media to explode Doge we don't even know about yet. With AMC and everything else, we have more than enough. Yeah, AMC can be that, that sleeping giant that I know that a lot of times, I know a lot of people left Doge for AMC, but I do believe that after that whole situation is over and people are getting their money, I believe that we're going to see crypto do a massive rally as far as when people who are probably not going to invest in the stock market anymore, and they're probably going to turn to crypto. Because I've seen a lot of reports saying that after the AMC squeeze, that they're pretty much done with the stock market. So I believe that we're going to see an increase in the amount of people involved in the crypto market. So that can certainly be another catalyst for Doge. Do exchanges short? I would say an exchange, but when you have, I know hedge funds do it, they can technically be a partner of the exchange. So I guess if you look at it that way, I guess you can say they do. But as far as for the actual exchange and them being involved in the market, I don't believe so. But sometimes the market makers are fulfilling the orders for the exchanges or the brokerages, and then they're also a hedge fund, and they also own the clearinghouse. So they're involved in every part of the transaction. So in situations like that, you kind of have to say yes because they're pretty much all one thing. But I believe after this year, that's all going to come to an end anyway. So there'll be no more of that foolishness. So, but it really just depends on how you look at it. But I like to say, for the most part, that doesn't happen. I don't know if Elon supports any other coins. I know he supports Bitcoin. I remember all the coins he say he have, but I know for a fact he likes Bitcoin as well. He just doesn't think it's great for payment, and I agree for a number of reasons. But I know he owns Bitcoin as well. Amazon's doing research and looking for a crypto specialist. Awesome. Yeah, Amazon is, for the most part, they're innovative. So I don't see them being the last to adapt or something like that. So I just don't know how they feel about Dogecoin, or how Jeff will feel about Dogecoin and stuff like that. But I don't believe that Amazon will be slow to adapt. Don't forget, Amazon Rocket Boy Jeff competes with Elon. Elon has won the race to space. Yeah, that's the only reason, Susan, that I said that I'm not sure about Amazon and Dogecoin, because that race kind of intensified things. And I've even seen Elon, when Elon surpassed Jeff for the world's richest person, I want to say he tweeted him like a #2 medal or something like that. I don't know. That's tough. But they may do their own. I don't know, but it's just it'll be tough because I don't know. It'll be difficult for me to see Jeff getting on board with something that's attached to Elon like that. That competition is a little stiff. Let's see. Hey, David, quick question, a bit off topic here, but while I love when they burn token supply, how is the burning of tokens not considered market manipulation? Um, I mean, in the crypto market in general, I guess you can say that it is a form of like manipulation, but the rules in the crypto market are a little bit more um, loose than compared to other markets like stock market, or even if you want to say Dogecoin is a method of payment, if you compare it to the dollar. So, because technically speaking, when you buy your crypto, they're yours. So if you burn them or whatever, they're technically yours to do whatever you want with. But because if I started burning money and the money is property of the Federal Reserve and it's not technically mine, I'm simply using it, which is why I can be um, brought under charges and stuff like that for even destroying it. So I think that with that taken into consideration, there's a lot more leeway when it comes down to burning coins or getting rid of coins and stuff like that, because you actually have the ability to actually um, own the coin outright. So without, that's the whole purpose of like DeFi and stuff like that. So that's why I think that it's not necessarily considered market manipulation. But if you compare it to other things, then I can see where the question is coming from. But there's a lot of different variables in there that create the differences, that it's not technically market manipulation, but in the grand scheme of things, if you compare it to other things, like it is, but it's yours to do with what you want. So if people wanted to get rid of their supply, they can. So it's just overall just benefits. But I understand where that question comes from. Elon for president. Let's see. Do I own any XRP? I do not. Thoughts on Doge? I don't know what you mean. I guess be more specific. I've been talking about Doge for like half an hour, so I have a lot of thoughts. So just be more specific. Let's see. What do I think about Elon's top tweet? I don't like speculating crap or making videos over stuff that I really can't prove, or just make an entire video off of my opinion. It's hard to say what that means. I'm not an expert like I can't like uncrypt messages and stuff like that. I have no idea really what that means. It could be something, a code word for uh, Dogecoin. It could mean something else. I have no idea what it means. So I'm not. I typically, if I don't know, I'm okay with being silent. So I don't want to mislead anything or put any BS out there that I don't believe. So I'll just leave it with I don't know. Laser-enabled satellite Starlink just launched last week. Could help facilitate Doge transactions as well. And that could be why Elon is so confident about Doge's future. Big improvements coming. Absolutely. And I don't doubt Elon for a second. I think Elon has been incredibly successful at pushing whatever he wanted to the forefront and making it be successful. So I think that Doge and Elon and Tesla, the things that he cares about and is passionate about, he improves on them as time goes on and makes sure they're successful. So I think that the transactions will be improved. I know he's spoken with the devs and stuff before. So I think that that's something that will be tackled. And, it could very well be through Starlink. But I know that was something he had talked about publicly last year. So I believe that that's something that will be addressed while he's working on it. Let's see. Great answer. Thanks so much. Any thoughts on XRP with regards to an investment? I haven't looked at XRP in a long time, so I don't want to say anything that because I thought there was like a lawsuit or something with XRP and Ethereum, if I'm not mistaken. But I have to do some research before I speak on that. But I haven't looked at them in a long time, so I don't want to necessarily give a yay or a nay when it comes to investments when something I haven't looked at. If and when we hit 34, do you think we'll drop back down to 15 to 17? It depends on the market primarily, and B, the reasons why what led that spike up. So, us, because we can hit 34, it's not necessarily saying that we're going to drop back down to, we have other support levels between 34 and 17 or 15. Really just depends on when we hit it and why we're having that rally. If it's because of a tweet or some or of an announcement and it's just FOMO buying, then it's entirely possible for us to sell off and drop back down. But if it's because if that's just a part of the momentum and it's because Dogecoin is having that utility and the coins are being removed from the circulating supply, then we can maintain that and even go further, which is why I like for us to have a combination of both. So, which is why I want Robinhood to release those wallets before the AMC situation. But we have other supports, and we've never fallen that quickly. So I won't say it'll drop back to 17. We typically, if we do fall quickly, it'll be 34 to around like 25, 26. And we normally hang out there for a while, and then we hang out again around 20. So it's a very slow decline. We don't typically tank from 34 to 17. We have other support levels in between, but it really just depends on why we're going there. But I think that with the catalyst stuff that we have, and depending on the amount of support we have exercising those catalysts, I would think we can have a higher consolidation point, or probably even stick to around that 25 cents mark. Can Dogecoin hit like Ethereum? What you mean, like price wise? If you're talking about price wise, then that's mathematically that would be impossible, especially without some change to the blockchain. That would be more than the available money supply. What's your exit strategy for Doge, David? As of now, because I'm really focusing on being long term for Doge. So even this year, I don't necessarily plan. It would have to have like a really big spike for me to be like, okay, I need to take profit on like Dogecoin. But even this year, despite the Dogecoin satellite and the catalyst that we have, I'm curious to see how far Doge is going to go with this utility and stuff like that. I think that these are just some of the first steps that we're going to have to major expansion. You guys know I do charts and stuff like that, so I'll be watching. If something changes, I'll let you guys know. But as of right now, I don't have one for this year, and I haven't set a definite date. I'm just prepared to hold long term, and I really just am holding just to see the expansion overall of the coin. And then, as we get closer, or depending on how like the coin moves with these catalysts, I'll make that decision. But I haven't set a number or a date yet. And typically, I don't do that because I'm not trading it, so it's not a big deal. And even with my Bitcoin, I'm in the same situation. So I guess you can say I'm kind of playing Doge like Bitcoin, even though those are two different things. But I haven't set a date or I haven't set a price or a circumstance where I would just yet. I just know I'm holding at least for another year or so, because I really want to see the expansion of the coin and how far this is going to go. Like, is there going to be a day when I can go to the grocery store and is Dogecoin going to be a payment? And then I can be like, I bought this thing when it was two pennies. Like, so I'm just really curious how far it's going to go. So I haven't buckled down an exit strategy just yet. Okay, let me scroll down here. XRP's in a lawsuit. Yeah, I heard about something with them and I want to say it's Ethereum. Don't quote me on that. So, but I want to say something's going on with that. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to speak on it, because I'm not sure how that's going to play out before I give an opinion. Love your live chat, and you really engage with your viewers. I truly feel as though I'm a part of the conversation. Awesome. Yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah, I don't go live. Typically, it's to just ignore everyone. So if I go live, because I can just record this video in like 10 or 15 minutes and upload it and be done with it. So when I go live, I'm getting a feel for the market, concerns with you guys, and just engagement. Because technically speaking, when you have a bunch of different people in the room, and you guys will typically ask questions from a different perspective than what I would have, or different questions that I may have not have had. So it gives me something to think about and or research if I don't know. So I gain something from doing this too. Hey, what other coins are you interested in other than Doge? Excellent. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana. I have some Litecoin, very little Sheep, a lot of Doge. So that's it. I don't have a wide variety of coins. I rather go deep than wide. But yeah, definitely bullish on my two. Well, I'll say my three favorites are ADA, Doge, and Bitcoin. I think that they're going to do really well in the future. So, I'm thinking Bitcoin. I'm almost certain Bitcoin is going to hit multiple six figures. So, but Doge is going to do well, multiple X's from here. Cardano too. So those are those are some of my faves out of those. But I don't have like 30 different cryptos and stuff like that. I have some that I'm short term just for cash grabs, like Safe Moon, Dogecoin Mars. Always with those are literally cash grabs. So whatever I put in there, I'm okay with. If I never see them again. Sheep as well. But again, these things can change at a moment's time, and you can literally get a rally, to the heavens. But my long-term positions that I'm interested in are my favorites. So would be Bitcoin, ADA, and Doge, and I have to put Ethereum probably at 4. Let's see. I swore I heard Bitcoin in China accept Doge somewhere. Upon looking right now, found from CoinDex 1021, Walmart has quietly begun hosting Bitcoin ATMs. The retail giant is offering Bitcoin. Yeah. Typically, they're going to try with Bitcoin first, and we'll probably, as Bitcoin gets more expensive, we'll get a breakdown to like Satoshis or something like that. And then when they find out people are not going to spend their Bitcoin because it doesn't make sense, we'll have our integration with Dogecoin. So they just kind of, because Bitcoin is the institutional favorite and it's expensive and it's the face of crypto, people typically are going to reach for that first. But which is one of the reasons why I was like, when you hire a crypto analysis, like whoever told you that was a good idea, please fire them. Like even with Amazon, if they're like, we're going to accept Bitcoin as payment, or Walmart's like, we're going to accept Bitcoin as payment, like just get rid of them. Like when you get through with the actual processing fees and the fact that it doesn't financially make sense to even trade coins for a commodity, especially when it doesn't make sense to trade Bitcoin for commodities, literally just get rid of them, especially at this point in time. Like it's, oh my God, it's crazy. But I've seen Bitcoin kiosk even here in Atlanta. So it's not, I would certainly believe that. I think about the Doge to Ethereum bridge. I think it's amazing. I think that's definitely a way for a Doge to get the utility and kind of get our foot in that NFT market. So I think that'll be a really great catalyst for Dogecoin to expand. Let's see. When do I think? Good night, fam. Just bought Volt. The community is super strong. Volt. Okay. Yeah. Have a good night. I'll take a look at Volt. I haven't seen it. When do you think the shorting will stop? Shorting never stops. As long as they hate Dogecoin and the higher it goes, the shorting will increase. If we get a rally right now from Dogecoin from 17 cents to 50 cents, the shorts will increase like hell. Like it's the name of the game. Same thing with stocks. You know, people, the higher it goes, people that hate it or don't like it, oh my God, it's overvalued. When Dogecoin hits, you know, we get a rally around, let's say we start testing our all-time high, like that level there. You can best believe those shorts are going to be through the roof. So, you know, the first time, you know, Doge kind of took everyone by surprise, and it didn't really have like like this hate group that it has now. This time, they're going to be on Dogecoin the whole way. So, the shorts are never going to go away. But the best thing we can do is make them lose money. And Elon has a lot of experience with making shorts lose money. So, because people were shorting Tesla like a couple of years ago, and you know he cost them about $40 billion. And there's a bunch of articles that you can look up on that. Vault Inu showing support the next 1000x. Okay, so that's two people in here commenting about Vault. I have to take a look. I don't really know what Vault is. Is that another dog coin, or is it something else? Let's see, who's this? Pablo. All right, thanks, Pablo, for the super chat. I have to take a look at Vault. I don't know what it is, or like the mission. Okay, so a lot of people are commenting about Vault. Okay. Sorry to bother you, but can you explain the blockchain, sir? What do you mean explain the blockchain? That's a vague question. Can you be more specific, like in general, what blockchain is, or how it relates to Doge? What do you, or when I said change the blockchain as far as for like burning supply, you be more specific. XRP is in a lawsuit. To sum it all up, smoking mirrors with the predetermined outcome is more interested in your future thoughts with regards to tech and global utility and price points. I'm more interested in your future thoughts with regards to tech and global utility and price points. No. Well, I was just saying that's the only thing I know about XRP. I haven't looked at XRP when it comes to like utility. I can look at the chart, but I haven't looked at it because I like to look at both and not just do things based off of completely off charts. I need to see like the catalyst and the news around it as well, vision, leadership, all that kind of stuff. I like to factor all that in to how I'm looking at the charts. So let's see here. XRP. This is a very familiar pattern. Very familiar pattern here. So testing $1.41. $1.03. I mean, technically this is a lower, but it's not in bad shape. To be honest with you, because you're getting bounces. You have a low around 56, 55. Yeah, and you caught yourself where you should have basically because of the gap up, and now you're bouncing off of that second support level. Yeah, so right now you have some light support at around 78. You got a rejection at around $1. Your breakout would happen at $1.38. And so it's not bad. You guys actually stopped yourself in this gap up at around 77 and back in May, which isn't bad. And now you're bouncing. You've gotten a couple bounces off that same support line. So it's actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3. You have broken it once before, but technically you've gotten 3 bounces off of where you are now. So if you're looking as far as for pricing, I would say the best thing, the worst thing that can happen now is that the market takes a drop down to the downside because of like some bigger catalyst, then you could possibly break it again. But looking at the chart, it's not a bad entry from where it is right now. Don't miss your chance to financial freedom. Check us out on Dex Tool, ERT side. Interesting. I don't know. That's not even a statement. So I guess you're just saying check out that coin. Doge is back to 16 cents. Yeah. It's one of those many things I mentioned where we don't need to depend on, use the catalyst and the news that comes with it as like padding, but don't expect the tweet or whatever to change the trajectory of the market. It can help. It can help and bring new people in, and you can see, okay, if we're gonna, break those trends, but it's highly unlikely. And then especially you start seeing increases in shorts, they're going to try and keep Doge and they're going to try and keep the Doge within that price range. Do you think you're 88? I do not. What do I think about Elon's top tweet? I have no idea. Someone asked me that earlier. I have no idea what that means. Well, is always filled with excitement and even better announcements. So I'm not sure. Okay. I'm not sure if these are statements or if these are bots. Okay, like the vid. Okay, this might be a real person. All right, thanks for liking the vid. I just wasn't sure because all of y'all came in at the same time talking about Volt. So I wasn't sure if this is like a bunch of bots or whatever with the timing of, yeah, see, I don't know. They're probably bots. I don't know. This is interesting here that this is all happening. Oh my God, yeah, they're like taking over the chat. So yeah, there's like 5 people commenting on Vault, and it's usually spam when there's that many. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because this is way too many people in the comment section talking about bots. I guess it is time for mods. I guess it is time for mods. I guess that's a sign of growth when I reach that point. I guess it's time for me to get some mods. Oh my God, what the hell? Okay, we are real people, bro. We are not bots. We're a strong community. This ain't spam. Okay, I'm just saying, y'all came at the same time, so that's why I'm saying it looks like bots to me, because that's when you have like, I've never had 30 people come in and say the same thing. So that's why I was like, I wasn't sure. And it's not necessarily a question, it was like vague statements. So that's why I was curious. You're here for mods. Yeah, I sent out an email, not email, I put it in my last video. I'll be looking for some mods and stuff, even when it comes to like my Discord and all the other kind of stuff. So, I'll be looking for some mods for those of you that are interested. Mohammed is causing all this. Yeah, we made Mohammed mad, and so he's we made Mohammed so mad he went and started recruiting. You're gonna buy the Arab coin? It's so funny. Yeah, so let's see. Okay, so I understand if you guys are a real like community and stuff like that, but even when we do that, like when you come in and it's like 30 of y'all commenting the same thing, you have to understand how that looks like spam, and then so it makes it look like non-incredible. It's not a matter of like, does it show strength, but it's just like, okay, just like 30 comments and stuff like that. So it just looks more organized. So that's why I said it looks more like spam and stuff like that. So if you said, hey man, take a look at Vault or something like that, it's different from like 30 people coming in and being like, Vault, Vault's the way to go. So that's why I said it looks like spam. Let's see. I've been watching your channel. I finally found a serious potential of getting on in the beginning. This is it. Don't bet the barn, but a few coins, a pig, a few bucks. Bet. Okay, here we go. Buy Vault, Dogecoin is dead. Yeah, see, you say you're not bots, but then we have, okay, foolishness. Okay, so I'm gonna get some mods because this is, I'm not gonna deal with this. All right, so for those of you that are on here who are not spamming my comment section right now, I'll fix this and then I'll get some type of mods and stuff, and so that this doesn't happen again. So we'll conclude with that tonight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on like the next video. So I'm sorry about this, but I guess I've reached that point where I do need like some help with the channel and stuff. So we'll conclude here for now and then pick up tomorrow. So thank you guys. Appreciate you. Talk to you later.